Hey guys, Jengar here. Welcome to today's realistic review in which we are taking a look at the American B-17E sitting at 5.3 beta rating. That actually got me a hit, by the way. That was very nice. But what am I doing in a replay? Well, of course, this was my best match, and of course something went wrong with the record button for some reason, so I decided to show you this match, which was the best match that I had in the plane in my flyout. We got that base, by the way, as you see from the points, because a night map is a real boon to bombers, let's say. The maximum speed in this plane at sea level is 378 kilometers an hour. The plane has no WEP. At 4,500 meters, she'll go up to 348 kilometers an hour. And at 6,500 meters, this is 332. We're gonna throw 2 bombs on the airfield here as well. The speed is alright, but nothing to write home about. Anything can catch up to you, except other bombers maybe. But this plane is as average speed. Most bombers have this kind of speed at this level. The top speed in a dive of this plane is 489 kilometers an hour before it redlines, and 530 before it rips apart. So you have about 40 kilometers an hour to make sure you pull out of a dive when you reach 490. The control stiffening in this plane is immediate. This plane is really sluggish. I mean, the roll rate is absolutely bad. It cannot roll, but I'll come to that in a sec. The stall speed in the plane is actually quite decent with 140. The firepower is excellent. The plane has 3 turrets with double 50 cals with 1500 rounds per gun. It also has 3 turrets with 150 cal with 1300 rounds per gun, and it has one 7.62 Browning machine gun with a turret with 500 rounds per gun. I used armored targets for those, and I used universal for the 50 cals. This plane also can be armed with 8 500-pound bombs, 12 500-pound bombs, 6 1000-pound bombs, or 2 2000-pound bombs. And I use the 6 1000-pound bombs. Now the aim on this turret in this confrontation is shown completely incorrectly by the replay system, especially on my next shot, where you see the reticles behind the plane, while I was actually aiming as much distance in front of the plane as it was showing it behind it. But anyway, you'll see that this is incredible. Anyway. The fire we never hit anything like this. My reticle was on the other side of the plane actually in the match. And here he comes for the final approach. Let's see if we can get some guns on the thing. And we actually can when he reaches 250 meters behind us. We blow him out of the sky. The acceleration in this plane is decent in a straight line, also in a dive. The acceleration actually the best part of this plane. When the performance comes in. The energy retention in the horizontal is above average for bombers. Of course, for anything else it's bad, and in the vertical it's very bad. Climb rate is very bad. Plane has very big trouble getting altitude, although there is other bombers that are atrocious. So yeah, any fighter or attacker can easily catch up to you, as obviously. The turn time in the plane is very bad as well. It takes a long time, especially when you're damaged, as here. The flaps break off at 420 kilometers an hour, which you can only reach in a dive, so that's decent. Helps a little bit with the turn time, but not much. The roll rate, this plane can't roll. If you try to roll, the plane pulls to the left and tries to and falls very quickly out of the sky. You lose altitude very quickly. And you get into extreme overloading with minuses and stuff like that. You're gonna get your plane killed, so you can't roll in this plane. It pulls to the side, like I said. You also get fuel starvation on all 4 of the engines, which will all switch off basically. Maneuverability overall is thus atrocious. It's not where you want this plane to. That's not where you want to use this plane. Of course, you need to use the turrets. The overheating in the plane is very real. It doesn't have WEP, but it already overheats at 100% very quickly, and you gotta run the plane at 95% most of the time in a straight line, and if you're climbing sometimes at 88%. Durability in the plane is very good. It can soak a lot of damage, and the plane is very survivable. Your main defense, of course, are the turrets. And anytime when you want to shoot somebody, like here, I was making my way to the carriers on this match. I thought maybe I could get 2 or 3 carriers. And I was perfectly making my way. I saw the planes there, and of course one of these guys was looking for bombers, doing just that. And yeah, I got into this nice confrontation with him. And we're trying to get the right lead here. Maybe this is slightly too far still as it's going before the plane. I'm getting some hits here and there, but it is something to master this turret aiming. You gotta watch your tracers going, and you gotta really get the turrets. You get a feel for it, because it's not easy to shoot with it. The aiming feels a little bit different to me, and it always has, compared to flying from a plane and actually pointing your nose somewhere. Because you're also compensating for the speed of your plane. So it's very interesting, the shooting with these turrets, but you can definitely master it, and you need to lead a lot more often than what you used to. Now here's another example. What you can sometimes have matches where you only shoot down a plane, you don't get an opportunity to bomb if it's a very quick match. Sometimes you get everything in one match, as we had in the first match with 7 ground targets, a plane shot down, and a base destroyed with bombs on the airfield as well. That's why I wanted to show that night match. It was fantastic. Cover of night is a blessing, or cover of clouds for your bombers. And this is Norway, so you always want to go for the right base. It's usually a race with other people trying to go for that right base. You can get a base and a shit ton of targets with this whole AA turret tower there. We got 13 AAs right here. That's usually the maximum I get. It's hard to get more than 13. Often you get 11 or 10, but 13 is a fantastic result in one go on that base. We also got the base, and after that we got attacked by this P-47, the Hitler bolt, which is coming from straight up with high speed. Very difficult to aim on a plane that goes that fast. We do get a hit though, but of course the Thunderbolt is very sturdy, and he flies away into the sunset, and I go, well, we're going for a fiery death here. All crew lost. Well, yeah, no. That was not an airman. I'll see you in the conclusion. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. Now the B-17E is definitely a very good bomber. You have a good bomb load with 6 1,000-pound bombs. You can destroy a base with 4 1,000-pound bombs, and you still have 2 left for either the second base or the airfield, which we did in that first match actually. It's a plane that also is brimming with guns, thus the nickname Flying Fortress. Yeah, the 3 dual 50 cal turrets are fantastic. Then you have the 3 single 50 cal turrets, and you can often shoot with 2 or 3 turrets at the same time, depending on what angle you got. You've got guns everywhere, so you do not have a particularly weak side. But all in all, yeah, it's a good plane with good turret coverage. Let's say not a very particular weak spot. You just got to get used to shooting those guns, leading the correct way, and yeah, good bomb loads. And also, I quite like the sturdiness of the planes. You can actually take quite a bit of damage, and you definitely don't want to start maneuvering with the plane or anything. The maneuverability is atrocious even for a bomber. But I do find the turrets and the guns very effective, and the bomb loads as well. So it's a good bomber to fly. It is a difficult time though to fly bombers with all the attackers and interceptors with 30s and 20 millimeters. They're very lethal, and don't keep flying straight towards your target while people are coming at you. Turn your plane. You often see them coming from 6 kilometers out. Turn them, fly towards your fighters, and have at it with your rear gunners, and often you will have success. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, Make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.